What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today there's only 2 days left for you guys to do something very important before the next big boost in power is going to be coming on your account. If you started on day 1, you've had the Song of Strife since day 1 that it came out, there's going to be a couple things you need to get done, and it mainly has to do with Dura Trial and the unlock schedule for certain difficulties. These magic charms can potentially be a huge difference when we're talking about leaderboards for Dream Realm and AFK Battle progression. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's talk about it. So first off, let's talk about the main part of this. Dura's Trials has been out for a while now for a lot of players, and as you start leveling these up, you are going to get to certain difficulty thresholds that are very important. You're going to be able to get better quality chests, you're going to slowly get up to these legendary ones, and then you're eventually going to be able to unlock mythic ones, and those are going to be coming in a couple days. You'll see that it has a certain release schedule so that whales can't get there too fast versus free-to-play type players. Granted, they're still going to have the huge advantage, but we still have 2 days until day 34 happens on your server season for this to unlock. Of course, we do have to go back and clear the previous floors as well. So we're going to go back, we're going to clear floor 11 right now. You basically need to have certain all clear conditions too, because if you didn't know, and you guys can see right here, I missed the perfect on stage 10, which we can go back and do to get the extra chests. But again, those are all clear right here. Win the battle with these heroes at the end, and hopefully they're alive, and hopefully you get the victory. So you can kind of see how like certain team compositions are a little harder. Some of these game modes are much more difficult than other ones. I will readily admit that. They have taken the time to nerf some of these stages that were ridiculously difficult, because even me as like a whale, I was having very hard time beating, I think, like one of the assassin ones here. So you can go back, use some of these daily Durus tokens, not the 2 tokens, the ones. These can come in here, and you can do the same thing. So win with all the heroes alive. Sometimes you just need to wait a day or two, get a little bit more powerful heroes, and that's going to help you farm up those legendary items that you're going to need to get good buffs, because technically the bonuses on legendary and mythic are the same, which I'm going to show you guys here. So again, make sure you guys are doing this here. Get your extra chest. Make sure you're pushing to 11 as fast as possible. Well, it doesn't even matter as fast as possible. Technically, you still got a couple days for that to happen as well. This one's all clear is win within 60 seconds. It doesn't matter if you lose any heroes or if they all live. You just have to beat it in a certain time frame, and as long as you can do that, you will get those bonus chests as well. Now, there's a couple things we need to talk about here, and the main reason why I feel like this is very important is because, like I said, when you get to difficulty 12, which you have to have floor 11 cleared, and you have to make it to Progress AFK 900, not an easy task either. 2 more days is what happens, because essentially what's going to happen here is if you actually come into just any old hero and you take a look at their magic charms, you can actually click on them and see the locked versions. You notice you keep like duplicates of everything. Save all this dust up. Don't use it just yet. There's going to be a lot of RNG that is introduced, because you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different mythic charms here, and some of them are interesting. They give like basic stats, and then other ones are much better than others. Haste skill power, that is something that can be very, very strong. Ultimate strength and HP. Ultimate strength and skill power. So the customizability, yeah, there we go. Customizability that our heroes are finally going to have is happening. This is essentially what most idle gacha games have in their gear system, and this is instead a seasonal thing. You might want to go for insane amount of attack speed, energy on hit to get to more ultimates, just haste and HP, physical defense and HP if you want to be a tank, attack and ultimate strength if you're all about your ultimate damage, or just a nice well-rounded attack and HP. So these mythic ones here are going to be huge, but just remember that doesn't change what the set bonus is doing. Just getting a full set of legendary ones, that is plenty to get the bonuses, but mythic gives you that extra amount. Some of them are very, very strong potentially too. If you come and take a look at these here, let me find the one that I really thought was interesting. Right here on some heroes, they have execution and ultimate strength. Those are really interesting stats. If you ever wonder what any of these stats do, if you're trying to figure out what items to put or what charms to put on what hero, you can always come to this list right here, and on any single one of them, you can click on them. So you can see all of them are in this list, which is cool. You can even see execution. You can see essentially increases the damage dealt by 1% to targets whose HP is below 50%. So there's a lot of of really cool stats you can check out and see exactly what they do if you're confused about it. But this is going to be the next kind of power jump to specific heroes, which is going to take some time to farm up. So that is number one. Number two has to do with the Magic Charm Shop. If you guys have yet to visit it, it's actually up here in the top left corner. It will show you guys exactly where to go. Currently, I've only purchased like one thing at this charm merchant, and that's simply because I built the new hero. As time goes on and you get to higher difficulties, more of these things will unlock. The one I did buy, you can see here, was Freyasto's set, basically. Anyone that you see with a hero character on it, this actually includes a full 3-piece set of that quality for the hero. I would just continue to skip all of these legendary ones here. I would continue to convert all of my what's it called again, golden essence into crimson essence, because you'll notice crimson essence looks like it's used even for these mythic ones. And what's really cool is the new heroes. So we got Alsa, Soren, and Freyasto. They all have sets that you can purchase for only 480 a piece. That is a huge steal there. Beyond that, these are going to be the chests you're going to want to be farming up with all the extra dust you get from the Dura Trial. So again, these are going to be very, very big, because getting those items is going to be huge. I don't know how these are going to work with specific heroes. I don't know if they're going to give random set ones, or like a full set of 3 pieces, or if it's just going to give you random pieces. We'll have to see, but that is one of the big things you need to be saving your Crimson Essence for, and that's going to be really huge in 2 more days. Because as you get up to these floor 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, they all unlock at floor 12. You can see in these pop-ups, they all say floor 12. That is the most important part, and that's about to happen in a couple days for those who are really able to push the content, whether you're free to play or spenders. It's going to be a lot harder free to play, but I have a couple tips for you if you are and you're struggling with your AFK progress. Now, the first one might sound really stupid, and I mean kind of stupid, but I know there's been guildmates I've seen talking on Discord that didn't quite understand how these systems work. So I'm going to show you something real quick here. We're just going to go for a very quick death here, because they didn't quite understand what synergy battles do for your account. They make the battles essentially really easy when you're stuck on them, and you can do one of these synergy battles per day. Essentially, you're going to ask your guild, you're going to ask team up chat for heroes that you can slot into your team, and once you get those heroes gifted to you, when you do come into battle, you're going to see an extra icon here that lets you add one of those gifted heroes to your normal full 5-hero team, giving you an advantage 6 versus however many there are. That can severely help you get past the stages that you might be stuck on, because again, getting to stage 900 is going to be huge. Also, pushing your multi-team battles is going to be very big, and that is really, really important. So make sure you're asking for help and stuff. Get people to gift. Make sure you're gifting to other people, especially guildmates that are struggling. And right here, you'll see a number as soon as someone actually gifts you a hero to use in your setup. And if you're just stuck on something, a lot of times you can beat it with the synergy battle and then continue pushing maybe 10 or 20 more stages in that single day. And last but certainly not least, there is a new feature in this last patch that a lot of people are having fun with, and that is the records button down here. When you click it, you get to see the different teams that have beat it. It shows you, it starts you on the lowest power level team that has won. It's crazy where I'm at because I don't have any Paragon heroes, but basically all the people who have beat these are like at least Paragon 1, if not higher, with their squad. So for me, this isn't a huge help because I can't really match the power level a lot of these accounts. Granted, you can tell they did it much early on because they had power levels like that, whereas it took more power for a more basic team. But all you have to do is something very simple. Just hit the copy button, and it places your heroes and the artifact in the same position, and you can just try the battle over and over to see if your team can actually get it done. So if you might have been stuck on it with the team that you've been building, chuck a non-traditional team in that you might not have thought about, but you see somebody else was able to beat, and you might actually be able to get through these stages that you were stuck on. I was stuck on this one, and just by doing this, I might actually find a way to get through this right here. It looks like Odie's going to get the execution there. Coco is keeping our team healthy along with Rowan and Smokey. And then Freesto is, again, one of the best pushing heroes in the later stages of AFK battles right now, just because of the way he works. It is very, very strong. And it looks like we are going to get the win. So even not needing that synergy battle, just copying and pasting somebody else's team is going to be a huge help. Because like I said, getting to difficulty stage 900 is one of those prerequisites that you're going to need to have done in just 2 days time. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. If you have any other tips for everybody in the comments down below, send it down there, and I'll see you guys next time.